Christian men. Today we're going to be yapping, discussing, talking about this idea called locking in. What does it truly mean to lock in? Gentlemen, I know you've been hearing this term all throughout social media, the term lock in. But what does it really mean? What does the Bible tell us about locking in? Well, so today's currently Wednesday. So from the last Sunday to the Sunday before that, I worked 60 hours. Your boy got 2 jobs. Okay? Your boy is employed. 2 jobs, 60 hours. So in the span of those 7 days, not only was I employed, not only was I working 60 hours, I also hit the gym not once, not twice, not even 3 times, but 4 times. Hit the gym 4 times in the span of 7 days, whilst working 60 hours as an employed human being. I also went out. I met an old follower who became a new friend of mine. He knew me from the OG account, which had 34K followers that got taken down by Meta. Thanks, Meta. Link in the description to the new Instagram account. So I met him and alongside my old friend. So it's the three of us in a bar. An Ortho bro, a Byzantine Catholic, and a Latin walk in a bar. I also went out multiple times for that human interaction from both the male species and the female species. Also, in a span of those 7 days, I was able to go on multiple dates. Well, not really. They weren't dates. They were just like, I was really just at the place and I was just intermingling with the opposite sex. That's literally it. I'm just talking casually. But I was also able to be rejected. Well, we live and we learn. You know what I'm saying? But also, got a couple of digits from the female gender. You know what I'm saying? So all of that, right? Not only do I have all of these things in set, I also have my responsibilities at home. I have parents. I have a household to like clean, sweep, mop, and all this. Skincare regimen, friggin' 7+ products. I have yet to miss a day of my skincare by the help and mercy of Christ. I'm also on a cut. Therefore, my energy levels all throughout the day fluctuates. It starts off like this, and then it kind of like, as after like 5 hours, then it's kind of peak. I have given up rice, given up carbs for this lock-in glow-up season. Okay, I want to have shredded. Now I have visible abs, but I want shredded abs. By the time summer hits, it is currently cold as an MF in New York City. Yo no quiero, no me gusta such a weather. Therefore, I can just lock in. I'm not even going outside as much because it's cold. Ain't nobody trying to go outside. It's cold. So when the 70-degree weather hits, the 80-degree weather hits, the 90-degree weather hits, those are the types of weathers that your boy Aaron thrives in. Okay. So what did I do in order to amass such discipline, such beauty? Look at your boy. Your boy got that glistening skin going on. Okay, the hair, as you can see. Your boy looking a little bit refined today. A little bit reformed as an Orthodox. A reformed Orthodox looks maxer. What did your boy do? Did he consume a magical pill that will solve all of his problems? Did I eat anything? Did I consume anything? Did I unlock and read a secret book from thousands of years ago containing secrets of divine beauty, looks maxing, and disciplinedness? Gentlemen, it all genuinely boils down to how bad you truly want your goals. How bad do you want it? How bad do you want human interactions? How bad do you want to look attractive? How bad do you want to have the physique of your dreams? How bad do you want to be spiritually alive? It's it really just boils down to that question. Now, of course, you're not going to want to look attractive when you don't go outside. And you're not going to want to go outside if you look unattractive. Your confidence levels is highly, highly, highly tied to how good you look. I even felt this, I think this was maybe 2 days ago or yesterday, where I looked like a bum at the gym. I genuinely looked like a bum at the gym. And I didn't want to say hi to people because I look like a rat. I look like a New York City rat, which is the worst kind of rat. I look like somebody stepped on my face. That's how bad I looked. So I didn't want to say hi to nobody. I didn't want to say hi to women. I didn't want to say hi to men. I didn't want to say hi to nobody. But when your boy does look like he took care of himself, like he stepped out the shower the morning before, right? Like 2 hours before hitting the gym, he took a shower. Like he groomed himself. That's when I actually get the most human interaction because that's when I want to step out. That's when I want to communicate with people because I actually look appealing. I look decent to look at. I don't look like a physical impediment to the eyes. So a lot of men actually, I posted a poll on my Instagram that said, "Dear men, what are you currently going through, or what is your current biggest problem?" Now, the majority of the people did say lack of theological understanding, but the second was loneliness and lack of purpose. The last genuinely was looking unattractive. Loneliness and lack of purpose. Ever wonder why you're not getting that human interaction from in your life from other people? Not even like, forget the women, okay? People. Could it be because you just don't step outside? You don't interact. You personally do not interact with people. You don't risk going out there. You don't risk, and you want to just be safe in your own humble abode. You got to risk it. Genuinely. I will be the first one to hold my hand up and say I have been rejected numerous times. Actually, let me tell you a story. There was a season in my life when I was about 19 years old where, for a specific time period, I believe this was for a summer, I just went up to as many women as possible. If I thought you were attractive, I would come up to you, compliment you, and then ask for your number. I did that numerous times when I was 19. And that honestly kind of calloused me to the idea of being rejected. Now, I still feel the rejection. I still feel bad when I get rejected. That's not the issue. The issue is, or the issue was before, when I would get rejected, I would get butthurt. I would take it personally. I would take it like a dagger to my chest. But now I'm more at peace with it because I know I can get some, but I also know that I'm not everybody's cup of tea. Matter of fact, cup of tea is not everybody's cup of tea because some people like and prefer coffee. So all of this yapping, all of this to say, lock in by asking yourself, how bad do you truly want it? How bad do you want your goals achieved? How bad do you want the physique of your dreams? How bad do you want to look attractive? Now, why I personally have locked in is because I work as a cashier at a cafe. So I work as some sort of a barista. I'm not a barista yet in that cafe. I am basically the front man of the cafe. And I also work as a waiter. This face is in some way, shape, or form the moneymaker. How attractive I am correlates to how much and how many tips I get. The same way, how attractive I am, how attractive I look is highly correlated to how confident I feel that day. And how confident I feel that day also correlates very, very heavily to how I interact with the customers. You could ask anybody at the cafe I work at or the restaurant, the diner that I work at. I have A1 steak sauce customer service, gang. I got whoa. I'll be I just be casually flirting with the elderly women. Sometimes they be having that chain on, so you know how elderly women get with their freaking jewelry and their earrings. They be freaking flamboyant. And I'm just like, ooh, I love your little hair or the jewelry that you're wearing. I'll be a compliment freaking gun. You know what I'm saying? I am a compliment shotgun. I do not care who you are, you can get it. And so I banter. I smile, I ask the people's names. What's your name? Hi. Is this the first time you're at the diner? Hi. Welcome. My name is Aaron. Same thing with the cafe. What are you looking for? Oh, you don't look like the type of person to drink this coffee. Like, I think you're more of this type of coffee. If they ask me what my recommendation would be, I don't just be, oh, just buy this. No, I ask more questions. Okay, are you looking for a hot drink or an iced drink? Okay, do you want it sweet? Do you want it a little bit less sweet? Do you want caffeinated? You know what I'm saying? Have that interaction. Those types of interactions are highly correlated to how good I look that day. If I look like a bum, I will feel like a bum. And if I feel like a bum, why would I interact highly with customers? And so my question to you is, why do you want to look attractive? Well, actually, that's not the question I want to ask you. The point, actually, that I want to hammer home to you is, why would you ever want to lock in when all you do is be at home? You don't go outside. You don't have human interactions. There is no positive reinforcement whenever you go outside. Nobody ever calls you attractive. When was the last time somebody ever called you handsome? When was the last time somebody glazed you up? Said you looked attractive? Because if nobody has ever told you that, it's very hard to be motivated to achieve that. Because you've never heard it. You never felt how good it feels. So how do you get the ball rolling? How do you get the ball rolling in order to actually lock in? Got to do it for yourself first, honestly. You just got to do it for yourself. Me personally, I wanted to lock in because I feel like I've had the same physique for years. I've never seen my chiseled abs. I've seen my abs. I've never seen them chiseled. I've never seen them ripped, shredded. I have muscle mass. I go into the mirror, I flex, I have muscle mass. They're not defined, or at least they're not as defined as I want them to be. So I'm like, how far can I push myself? How far can I push my skincare? I've always looked. I've always had kind of like the good structured face. Sharp cheekbones, very, very sharp jawline. But I also have a lot of blemishes right there. Well, this comes from my skin purging because I have a new skincare routine. But I also have a lot of dark marks. Okay, these are not pimples. Okay? These are dark marks. How how can I push myself? Can I push myself further to erase these? I got the 80% done, the 90% done. You got the basics. I got the basics done. But that little sliver of like, let's chip away at it. You know what I'm saying? That last 10%. How farther can I push myself? Push my skincare regimen, push my hair regimen, push everything physically by the help and mercy of Christ. 1 Corinthians chapter 16, verse 9 through no. 1 Corinthians verse 16, verses 9 through 10, I believe. I may have butchered the verse, but the verse basically says this: Do ye not know that ye are the temple of God? You were bought at a price. Therefore glorify God in your body. How can I glorify God when I look like a bum? When I look like a Dorito, okay? Small neck, small traps, small shoulders, and then a massive midsection. I do not look like the physical embodiment of discipline and keeping up with the fast when I look like a bum. So I ask you, Christian gentlemen, this: how bad do you want to lock in? Actually, comment down below. This is I rarely ask this, which is a direct, specific thing that I want you to do in the comment section, which is, what are you going to do in the next 5 minutes? If you had to lock in for the next 5 minutes, what is that? What are you going to do? Is it, you know what, I've been scrolling, I've been doom scrolling for the past 2 hours in bed. You know what? I'm going to lock in and get up. Perfect. Do that. In the next 5 minutes, I'm going to get up and I'm going to fix my bed. Lock in. You know what, Aaron? I have been doing XYZ. I've been procrastinating my homework, my assignment, me reading the Bible. After I hit that subscribe button and that like button and post this comment, I'm going to read the Bible. Perfect. I'm going to read Matthew. 3 chapters of Matthew. Lock in. So go ahead and comment down below what you're going to be locking in and doing in the next 5 minutes. Aaron Cortez, Orthodox Christian. I'll see you guys in the next video. And always remember, Jesus loves you.